Footy258 here, and we're back again. I'm with some good friends in the game. They helped me during my times of off-season, get me ready, saving my shots. We got with me Melvin Minter from Kings Langley and Haf Melv from Beaconsfield. How you guys doing?
Yeah, good man.
Good, thank you.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, so just to start off with Hafed, I've known you for a while now. Went to the same secondary school, so probably going on like 10 years, something like that now. How are you feeling, man, during this time? I know you're an upbeat person, so how are you feeling?
I'm trying to make positive out of a negative situation, man. So obviously, I know all of us are missing football right now. So yeah, it's a tough situation to be in. I'm an active person. I'm an outside type of guy, innit? Like I like to be out, gym, football, extra training sessions. So it's tough, man. But it's a time of reflection and a time of, kind of rest. So it's not been too bad.
What about you, Mom?
Yeah, like just touching base on what Haf said. It's been tough mentally because like you're actively training regularly and stuff, and that's all been put on hold like suddenly with no sort of prior warning. So I'm just trying to keep myself active, doing like investing in other stuff, keeping myself ticking over really.
Yeah, I see you doing your IG lives for the young goalkeepers out there. So how does your motivation, how does that keep lasting, and how do you just keep going? What's your motivation?
That most of it is more of like just not procrastinating and just doing nothing really. Like even though I'm down to like limited resources, like I can't obviously leave my house and train outside. Like you can still improvise and adapt to the situation. So just keeping myself ready for when football's back and life is back to normal. So yeah.
Would you say Hafed, that it's been a good thing or a bad thing that like something like this has hit? And obviously there's negatives that come with it, that we don't get to play football no more, but do you feel like you've kind of found other things to do, and even in your game, let's say, for example?
Yeah, so obviously what I said earlier was this has been a good time for reflection. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of time to sit down and think and like kind of assess your situation. So obviously with a lot of time off, there's a lot of time to just reflect and sit down and kind of think about the things that you've done right, the things that you've done wrong, and what you could improve in, what more you can do as a goalkeeper, as a footballer. So at the same time, it has been obviously negative that we can't actually get out there and play football and touch actual football and get back to the routine. But at the same time, it's a good time to actually really think deeply of what you want to do and what your plans are for next season and what you can do better, like what things you can implement, and put in place for next season, And then it's been a difficult time, but at the same time, you got to make good out of a bad situation, man. So as Melvin was saying, man, you can't dwell on limited resources and things like that. You just have to just kind of adapt and get on with it, really. So I've just been taking this time to just kind of reflect and kind of get my hunger and strength back for next season and kind of start again. It's been a fresh start for a lot of us, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So how was last season for you? Or I'm saying last season and still this season. How was it for you? And what kind of momentum were you on?
So the kind of challenges that I had to face last season was I had a stop and start pre-season because at the club I was at, it was difficult because at some semi-professional clubs they don't have a full-time goalkeeper coach, so it's difficult to just go to training and work by yourself. Sometimes I have to pull like a young goalkeeper that I coach on the side to help me out with training sessions and stuff like that. So in terms of that, it was kind of difficult in terms of a pre-season for me. I've had to kind of adapt and just do things off the cusp. But at the same time, I started the season off really strong, 3 months in a row, player of the month, sorry. And then things from there started going downhill. I started a new job and my priorities kind of shifted from like training full-time, a full-time environment to kind of like working. And those are kind of the difficulties of being a semi-professional footballer. I'm sure Melv can relate, man. It's difficult trying to be a semi-pro footballer and get to the next level of football but you still have to pay your bills at home, and you can't, you know, kind of commit a full-time environment that are not paying you. So it's difficult trying to shift your mentality from training full-time and working, and it's difficult, man. So towards that December time of the year that just went, you know, my priorities kind of shifted towards, you know, kind of making money and being stable in life. That, you know, my performances dipped in football, and that resulted with me leaving my first club that I was at this season, Harrogate, which I've done so well for probably the last season and a half, 2 seasons. And that's what made me get the move to Beaconsfield, and it was kind of like a fresh start. And then all of this madness happened. So season started really good, dipped a little bit, and then the quarantines happened and the coronavirus. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise for me, I reckon. It's a fresh start for me next season.
What about you, Melvin? How was the last season? How do you think it went?
So in terms of the start of last season, pre-season joined Kings Langley very, very late. I think maybe with 2 weeks to start at the start of the season, and I say first 3 to 4 months were mixed results, mixed performances for myself as well. I was more consistent than the others in terms of players in my team, but our results as a team was like mixed. And in terms of like the league and stuff, we didn't really push on to the second half of the season. So second half of the season, we was unbeaten in the league, and we was unbeaten in all competitions. We actually lost the last game before the quarantine stuff happened. But in terms of performances, had a very, very, I say, in terms of me being a goalkeeper, it's been my best season to date in terms of stats, performances, and clean sheets behind me. So very, very strong season.
Yeah, just touching off what Haf basically just said. How is it in you guys' position where, you know, a semi-professional club might not have a goalkeeper coach, or they might not train, you know, 5 times a week or how many ever times a week? How is that, you know, for you guys in your situation, as you guys want to be the best you can, and maybe the club or the players you're playing with don't have that same ambition?
As it is, like as what Haf was saying, it's tough because like certain clubs will have a goalkeeping coach, certain clubs won't. So my club didn't actually have a goalkeeping coach until the second half of the season. So that was me having to adapt, me having to do extra training sessions, me having to do sessions with other people away from the club in order to make sure that I was at my maximum when it came to like a match day or training with the club. So like it's tough as it is, but at the same time, like I feel like me personally, everyone's different in it. You can always try and find a way, even if there's an obstacle in front of you in it. So like you just have to adapt to certain things in life, and that's the way non-league is. It hasn't always got the resources that you need to push on. So that's what I'd say really.
Yeah. So how does that like, how is it basically to have someone like Melvin, good guy as well, where you can just call up on, you know, I don't know how it is for you guys, where you could just call up and be like, listen, I need some practice. You need to get some work in, and just call him up and basically just train with somebody where they're on your level of mentality as well, and they want to achieve things that you want to achieve.
Yeah, I mean, that's super important. I remember meeting Melvin, the first day I met him was straight away like, yo, like, let's work together straight away. Like, we just bounced off each other straight away. As soon as I met him, exchange numbers, let's meet up anytime, anywhere, especially because he doesn't live too far away from me. And from the first day I met him, goalkeeping is a tight-knit community. So when you meet a goalkeeper on your level, your mentality, it's good to just connect, you know. And instead of looking at each other as competition, we looked at each other as like teammates. You know what I'm saying? I help Melvin out with certain things. He talks to me about certain things. And ultimately, in the last like 3 to 4 years that I've known him, we've helped each other out massively. Like, he'll tell you, and obviously you've been a part of some of the sessions, it's me and Melvin in goal. And I don't look at Melvin like, oh, he's competition to me. Or I look at it like, if Melvin's playing well, that motivates me to, you know, push on. So I don't look at it like from a competitive point of view. Yeah, of course I look at it from, I look at it from a competitive point of view, but I'm not in competition with him. Does that make sense? Like when he does well, it pushes me. And I'm sure if I do well, it pushes him. So we motivate each other. We talk to each other. We do sessions with each other. And ultimately it gets us sharp for our clubs, whoever we're playing for at the time. Even our sessions on Sundays, we've done sessions away from that. So ultimately having someone like Melvin to work with is definitely a positive, And I urge all young goalkeepers to not look at other goalkeepers as competition, and for them to come together and work together, because that's the only way that goalkeepers at a semi-pro level or even at an amateur level are going to push, because it's difficult to have the resource to, pay a goalkeeper coach or get into a good setup where they have a goalkeeper coach. That's difficult. What's easy is getting someone who's your friend, another goalkeeper, and working together and pushing each other. That's the easiest part for me. Yeah. And that's why me and Melvin connected.
What about you, Melvin? Yeah, what's your side of that story?
Yeah. So like, it's flown like very, very quickly. But yeah, knowing Haf like 3-4 years ago, and just seeing like the way he plays and looking at certain styles of his sort of goalkeeping elements that I can learn from. I've always been open to working with him, doing sessions with him, looking to learn from him. So for me, like, is admiring another goalkeeper and looking to learn from him and working together is only going to help your game, because at the end of the day, you can never stop learning. It doesn't matter who you're working with. The person could be 10 years younger than you. The person could be 20 years older than you. So I just feel like working with Haf has been a blessing. And also the sessions that we have when he's performing well, then yeah, it does motivate me to go harder, and it's vice versa. So yeah, like as it is, like playing non-league as it is, like you just have to adapt, and that's what we've done, and it's really, really helped both of our journeys. Like.